I want to help you, and by you I mean me, to get better at not losing one. So we're basically just going to be dealing with 4/4 here. So it starts with a pattern. Now you can choose any pattern, and that's the beauty of this. You can use any pattern you want. So this pattern, it's in 5, and it's 10 notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So if you're counting in quarter notes, I was just playing eighth note. If you were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So now this pattern is nested as on a 16th note grid, counting quarter notes in 5/4 time. What if you wanted to do 32nd notes? Well, you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay? So, 8th notes, 16ths, 32nd notes. Now, depending on how fast you can play, if you're going to do 32nd notes at an insane tempo, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's about as fast as I can pull this off. And even that is a little bit ragged. So I'm not interested in speed. Here's the thing. The drummers that I love the most are the drummers that make me do this. If they have otherworldly chops and they can make me do this, all the better. But if I see a guy just playing fast and I'm not feeling this, I have no interest in that. Drummers like Dave Weckl, Steve Gadd, Dennis Chambers, I mean, the list is fairly long of guys that can, no matter what they play, no matter how fast, no matter how complex, they still make me feel this. Anyway, so that's what you want to achieve with everything you play, but in this case, this pattern. Now, since we've explored this in bars of 5, let's look at it in 4/4 instead of 5/4. That makes the pattern shift. So if you're doing eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, so now the first note of this pattern doesn't come back around to play the 1 until after 5 bars. So it's 5 bars and then 1. But the 1, since we're counting in 4/4, is always going to be after the 4th quarter note of the previous bar. You're going over the bar line with it. And actually you're shifting by 1 quarter note. So now let's do 16ths. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to go 1, 2, still quarter notes, but now 16ths. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? If you cut that in half, now you're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, still comes back to 1 after 5 bars. The point I'm trying to make here is you're giving this 3 different pulses. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next level would be to seamlessly transition from this to this to this, right? That's hard. I didn't just sit down and do this. I had to work out where the hi-hat falls with the rest of what I'm doing for all three of these. Counting in different pulses is tricky. But again, it really helps your awareness of where one is, and among other things. So I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and just transition seamlessly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, Okay, that's hard, but it's a great exercise. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and the less you actually have to think about it, because that's where you want to be. You want to be in the non-thinking state of mind with this. Count out loud, do 3 different pulses, double time, normal time, and half time, in 4/4. Now, again, you don't have to just do this pattern, and you certainly shouldn't limit yourself to this pattern. But if you do choose a different pattern, the only requirement, if you really want to get better and not be dependent on everything metrically fitting into a bar of 4, then you should devise a pattern that will shift across the bar line on a 16th note grid. That would be the only requirement. The pattern you come up with needs to cross the bar line in 4/4. Okay, so if you've made it this far, you might be wondering, does this have any real-world applications, or is this just some other fun technical exercise that isn't going to help me at all? It actually does have real-world applications. This lick in particular I'm talking about, the concept, always knowing where one is, of course, that has very important real-world applications, knowing where one is. But this lick in particular and the concept behind it. So basically, in order for me to sort of demonstrate that, so the first thing, this lick, in order for it to come around and back to 1 as you saw, requires 5 bars. We're now going to turn this into a 2-bar lick, and that's going to go like this. Okay? So I just basically added, rearranged some notes to have it turn around back to 1. So we're going to pick up on that, and we're going to completely change the orchestration around the drums, and basically we're going to turn it into a pretty cool kick, snare, hi-hat groove. And that goes like this. All right, so now the next thing, I'm going to basically play 2 bars of groove, 2 bars of this original lick, 2 bars of this groove, 2 bars of the original lick, etc. So this way we'll get comfortable transitioning between the two. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in order to cement these two patterns in my subconscious, in other words, to make them a part of my vocabulary, I'm going to have to spend a good amount of time with them. I find that the best way to do that is to just basically play around with it. I'm just going to do, I guess you'd call it a solo. So basically, the solo is going to be structured in 4-bar phrases with these two patterns as the framework. I'm going to try not to deviate from these two patterns that much. That's the way that I sort of integrate a new lick. Now, look, I have a lot more work to do. I'm not claiming I'm there yet. I'm not. I'm totally not. Because it has to be so comfortable. It has to be so a part of your playing that you're not thinking about it. Now, this is well worth the wait for you. Check out Dave Weckl. This is fucking amazing. About 10 years ago, I guess, there was a Brecker Brothers reunion. I believe it was at the Blue Note in New York. And his solo is in every way amazing. Perfect execution, perfect time, never loses the pocket. It's just simply mind-boggling. So check it out. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there because Dave Weckl, what can I say? He's one of the best. He's just an amazing drummer. All of that said, I hope that you guys got something out of this video. Just try the concept that I was showing you and see if it works for you. I hope it does. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.